Last night, the Warriors faced the Mavericks team with the MVP favorite in Luka Doncic as he put up a 41-point triple-double in a win after a Klay Thompson missed three. I want to break down Dallas's heliocentric offensive system, catered to Doncic's skill set, and how he breaks down defensive coverages with a variety of options. So let's get to it. We know Luka Doncic wants to pick on mismatches as much as possible, and here Powell comes for a pick and the Warriors use the show coverage for Looney until Klay recovers. But Luka is completely fine with this as he switches hands and is too strong for Thompson on this straight line drive to the rim. Powell does a nice job blocking Looney out, and Luka is just too big and strong, gets 2 points. On a pin down by Kleber, Luka curls off the screen, but the Warriors switch too late on this, giving Luka a wide open area in the paint. Jordan Poole decides to make a bad decision by helping off the strong side corner, but I think the game plan was to play percentages and let Josh Green try to make these threes. And he had a good game last night and knocks this one down. In the second quarter, I found a clip of the Mavericks faking the first pick and roll by Powell, where Draymond poorly calls out this switch, but this was all a decoy as the actual screen comes from Finney-Smith. Because Dre decided to go out on Luka, Wiggins is now stuck in no man's land and Curry has to protect the rolling Dwight Powell, who had initially faked the screen. This gives Luka a free lane to the rim. Late coverage by Wiggins, and Luka is slow as hell and still gets his bank shot in. Doncic is so strong that even with single coverage by a smaller Thompson, the Warriors wanted to stick to all outside shooters and prevent the three-point kickout. And Jason Kidd has allowed him to post up more, and here he gets to work and spins on Klay, gets a layup. Even with the late shot clock, he draws so much attention from the Dubs as Luka gets past Looney and Wiggins has to rotate to help. As the weak side low man, Klay is responsible for the cutting big man, and Draymond's supposed to split the two weak side perimeter players. But look at Luka's eyes on Dinwiddie, but the actual pass goes to Hardaway Jr., who buries a 4-point play after Draymond's too slow helping out. Here we have another dribble penetration, and usually the Dubs are fine with Kevon Looney defending perimeter players, but Luka is just special. Draymond cannot help from the strong side corner, so Wiggins has to rotate again from the weak side. Now Klay is splitting between the two weak side Mavericks players, but Luka's vision is extraordinary. He looks at the corner and instead gives a nice bounce pass to Powell from the dunker spot. Another possession where Luka feasts in the post, especially on the right block. Wiggins is a great defender as we know, and the Warriors continue to use single coverage, but with Poole only stunting from one pass away and not fully committing since Golden State wants to prevent three-point baskets like before. Doncic seizes and bodies Wiggins and gets a tough fadeaway to go. Here we have Doncic picking apart another mismatch on DiVincenzo, who is way too small. Isolation up top with a sweet combo move to draw the double from Kuminga, and JaMychal Green is in bad position on the wrong side of Kleber, and Luka fakes a look at the corner three ball with an insane bounce pass right to the rim for a dunk, and this is what happens when you double team him. Kuminga actually did a solid job defending him one-on-one last night, but there's also nothing you can do when Luka decides to pick on you and steps back for a three. He's a once-in-a-generation talent. Or if you're Jordan Poole, who is way smaller and a worse defender by far, and Luka bodies him straight to the paint for a bank shot with no help. Down one, Golden State trusts Kevon Looney on this one-on-one defensive coverage again. Luka drives right and immediately draws the help from Wiggins, and same thing as the right side, Klay is now covering the dunker spot and Draymond has got to have the two weak side Mavs. This all starts with Luka again as he finds a wide open Josh Green and give him credit for knocking another corner three down. There you guys have it. I want to break down Dallas's heliocentric offense, a philosophy that centers around the all-world capabilities of Luka Doncic. Doncic is able to pick on smaller mismatches, draw double teams, and kick out the shooters as he is a generational talent with a tremendous ability to shoot and pass. This reminds me of the old school Cavs teams where LeBron had to do everything, and in my opinion, this enhances every aspect of Doncic's game in an MVP effort this season. But losing Jalen Brunson hurts, and as we saw in last year's playoffs, Luka could be the best player in the series, but at the end of the day, it's a team game, and you're going to need better teammates to win a ship. The Mavericks are also relatively mediocre this year, so we'll see how their playoff hopes pan out. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys Friday.